Alright, continuing on now with our series of videos on what musicians sound like up close and personal without their bands, sometimes just picking up their instruments during an interview, giving a demonstration, or practicing backstage, something like that, just to give you an idea of what your favorite or legendary musicians sound like in an informal setting like you might sound if you were singing in the shower or playing your guitar around the house. And today we're going to do Rob Halford. And of course, Rob Halford is most well known for being the lead singer of Judas Priest. He is an operatic singer who is widely considered to be one of the greatest heavy metal vocalists in history. And you might be thinking to yourself, why bother listening to what he sounds like up close and personal, considering he's a vocal genius, he's going to sound great no matter what? Well, I think we can gain some insights into his vocal style and into his creative nature by listening to him up close and personal. Okay, this first clip actually comes from Rob Halford singing in court. As many of you probably already know, Judas Priest was sued in 1990 for allegedly having subliminal messages on their records that were causing kids to commit suicide. And as part of the trial, Rob Halford actually sang on the witness stand. So now let's listen to this. A little bit of him singing Better by You, Better Than Me.
You can say what I only can see, better than me. You can say what I only can see.
Alright, interesting there is that he's just singing to demonstrate for the court, but you can hear his enunciation quite clearly, that he puts a lot of time and thought into the way that he articulates the lyrics. And that stress that he places on various syllables is part of the overall mix of a Judas Priest song. But here, alone, away from the band, even sitting in court, we can hear how much melody is present in his vocal lines. So now I want to play for you is Rob Halford singing the national anthem a cappella, just standing alone in a room, singing the Star Spangled Banner. Here it is.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming night, that our flag was still there? Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, you can tell from this example that Halford has absolute control over his voice. He doesn't strain, he's not trying to sing outside of his range. Instead, he's one of those vocalists who tries to have mastery over every phrase, over every pitch, over every single riff he does with his voice. And in terms of this particular song, he's trying to preserve the simplicity and beauty of the melody. Now, I want to listen to the isolated vocal track from Screaming for Vengeance to get an idea of what Halford sounds like in the recording studio. So let's take a listen to that.
The world has defied and disgrace. Scream! Screaming vengeance! Screaming vengeance!
Alright, here we have that same control over enunciation and melody and breath and pitch, but we have the attitude that goes with Judas Priest, and you can just feel it in your bones. So Halford takes his incredible voice into the studio, but he also brings with it the attitude to drive home the lyrics, the attitude to drive home the song, and the attitude to really elevate that heavy metal spirit up through the soul of the band. Now, lastly here, I want to play for you the isolated vocal track from Hellbent for Leather. Let's take a listen real quick. Okay, so first of all, there's so much power in Halford's delivery that it's easy to forget the subtlety and mastery that he has with his vocal tone. He's clearly on pitch at all times. He has very little distracting vibrato. But what's really incredible is when he holds a note for a very long time, like in that example, you don't hear him gasping for breath. You don't hear him wavering. You don't hear him fighting to hold it. It just comes out as natural as can be. I think that it is this ease of delivery that really sets Halford apart from other singers. He has the operatic range, he has the histrionics, he has the flamboyancy, and he has that spirit. But what he really has is delivering the goods as though it's nothing to him, as though it's easy as rolling out of bed. And I think that's part of his overall vocal style and part of Judas Priest's overall sound, particularly in their classic days. This is what I think, but what really matters is what you think. So if you have an idea about this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below, and remember to like and subscribe. Also check out the join button that's available now. If you choose to become a channel member, you'll gain access to members only badges, videos, polls, and other cool perks you'll see when you click the button. You can also help out the channel by clicking on the Buy Me a Coffee link, going to the Buy Me a Coffee site, and leaving a donation. Every little bit helps this channel stay strong. Thanks a lot.